Howdy, everybody. So we are at 2 months now with our Rivian R2, and I wanted to provide the 2 month review. Just as a way of experience, I have been driving the R1 and the R2 kind of back and forth, kind of alternating, just to really give myself a deeper appreciation and sense of contrast between the two vehicles. And I got to tell you, every time I'm about to drive the R2 and get in the R2, I'm so excited. I'm like just thrilled to get in the car. It's so quiet, it's so smooth, it continues to perform really well. It drives so well. It's just so fun on the twisty stuff. Sport mode is great. And this morning was a special day. We had our first day of school off of summer break, finally. Our school district does it a little differently. They do drop off, they do first day of school on a Friday. And the days leading up to Friday, we are, involved in orientation and meet the teacher and ice cream social stuff. So it's kind of a fun transition for our kids to get back into the swing of things. And it was fun this morning, just cruising that 15-minute drive to school for drop off. We saw 5 other Rivians along the way, and it was great to see them, and we always wave and say hello. And it's just exciting to see, seriously, like a Rivian every 3 minutes. So you could tell that the area here in Colorado Springs is brimming with the Rivian community, and I'm excited to see more and more R2s around here, hopefully soon. We've met several people over the last few months who are local to this area who have expressed to us that they are in line for the R2, and they're super stoked to get their R2 soon. It sounds like a lot of people are getting their delivery windows moved up, so that's exciting to see. So that's just a fun part of this community. There's so much excitement and passion for the company, and we again love to share our car with others here in the area, just so that they can experience it and kind of feel the dimensions, figure out the driving dynamics, figure out the windows, the buttons, everything. So that's super cool. Most of the R2 owner or R2 pre-holder folks are non-EV owners, and so it's really their first venture and foray into the Rivian space, which is fun. Let me just close my windows here. There's some wind picking up. So yeah, the Rivian R2 is just, again, a beautiful car to drive. The whole car is super easy to keep clean, and we have really enjoyed it. The different driving modes here are working super well. I have my settings dialed into soft, feel, and regen settings on high. The efficiency has been great. Like, we're doing a lot of local driving with the kids, and we just did the school drop off, and for that commute to school drop off this morning, we were seeing like easily 4 miles per kilowatt hour average, which is amazing to see. And again, if we take it on the highway and we're bumping it up to 75, 80, 85 miles per hour on the highway at speed, and if there's a lot of wind, if we're blasting the AC in the middle of the afternoon, of course that efficiency will drop, but that's expected. This box-shaped vehicle is very utilitarian, is very practical. It again reminds us of our old 4Runner with the capacity and the space, that rear drop-down window. But it's just so fun to drive. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's obviously lower to the ground than a 4Runner would be, and so it just feels like you're just more connected to the road, which are all good things. The off-roading capability on this car reportedly is great. We've only done, again, the Rampart Range off-roading adventure, but we do want to take it out to the Ram off-road park one of these days and really test it and flex it, see how much capability is built into the platform, and of course learn its limits, because there will certainly be some limits as compared to the R1 vehicles. We have loved the 20-inch wheels. We've loved the tires. They're so quiet, they're smooth, and they look great. In my opinion, I just love like anything that has that thick tread, that more aggressive look, and these tires are just wonderful. I'm so happy that they have offered us a different brand aside from Pirelli. In fact, we don't use Pirelli tires on the R1 at all anymore. I mean, I have a full-size spare as a backup that has a Pirelli tire on there, but that's just for backup purposes, which ironically enough we did have to use this past week. So we are continuing to enjoy driving this car. We have had, interestingly enough, because of R2's presence, we've seen more and more interest in Rivian as a company, and so people are going out and demo driving the R2 alongside the R1S, the R1T, and people decide for themselves like what they really need in their lives with their lifestyle. And some people are just saying, you know what, I don't want to wait for the R2. I love the R1S. I love the space. I love the fact that it has 3 rows and the extra seats are great for family visitations, and so they buy the R1S. And then there's an interesting market for that now, because of course R1s have been out for 4 years plus, and so the pre-owned market is really helping a lot of folks move into the space because of the price drop. So I think we're starting to see some R1Ts in the high 40s, low 50s, some pre-owned R1Ss you could probably find in the 60s to 70s is what I'm seeing, for those that are in good condition and relatively lower miles. And so this is a very unique opportunity for more and more families to move into the Rivian space and stay within their personal budgets to ensure that financially they're staying responsible. So it's great to see that. I had a colleague of mine from work just recently pick up a pre-owned R1S for a great deal. I think that thing had 9,000 or 10,000 miles on it. It was like a 2026 model with, I believe, the Max Pack, and it was a dual motor. It was exactly what they wanted out of an R1S, and they flew out to Arizona to pick it up, road tripped to Colorado Springs with it, and it was a big learning experience for the driver, but it was so much fun. Like, I tried to text and call them along the way just to give them tips and pointers about how to charge the vehicle, how to get into the habit of charging to 80% and then moving to the next charger, kind of teaching them along the way about the difference between NACS versus CCS charging ports. These are all the things that we certainly truly didn't understand ourselves until we lived it and experienced it firsthand. And so with the Rivians having different types of charge ports, it definitely can get confusing. And then just to understand like which adapter is safe and appropriate for use, what kind of chargers supply what types of charging speeds, which ones are reliable, which ones are unreliable. Thankfully in 2026, most of the fast chargers are becoming much more reliable. And then of course pricing factors vary depending on what city you're charging in and what type of charger you're at. With more and more competition coming out from Iona and ABB e-mobility, I think we're going to start to really see a downtrend in pricing, which is great. And then of course home charging is truly the most cost-effective way, and so that's what we do. We just charge at home most days. Slow charging is just healthier for the battery anyways, and that is perfect for our lifestyle to get around town. And then again, when we do the long road trips and we need a fast charge, it's convenient enough to pull over and find one. We're starting to see more and more fast chargers by movie theaters and malls close by to conveniences like Walmart. Some of the fast chargers like Iona integrate shade and internet and like little restroom access with cafe spaces for vending machines and whatnot. So the conveniences are coming. We recently had the 100th Walmart opening of the ABB fast chargers in Monument, Colorado. So the 100th fast charging station, they have 4 stalls, I believe, just opened up yesterday, and it was super exciting to see that. They have the NACS and the CCS charging cables adjacent to each other with each stall, so you can pull up and just figure out which one you need, so you don't need to bring in an adapter. And their charging handles, the integration of their technology with the cabling has improved. They're getting smarter about how to integrate some cooling technology in there, so that way you can maintain good speeds at higher paces. The NACS charge cable is maxed out at, I believe, 375 amps, and then the CCS charging cable can get you up to 600 amps. So my buddy and I, Rich, we did a side-by-side charging test just briefly, just because we were there to have fun, and he plugged in his R2, I plugged in my R1S, and it was interesting to see that the R1S was taking actually faster charging speeds with that CCS charging cable. Either way, we both got enough juice just to move on to the next thing in life, work. And so everything worked out great. The fact that these chargers are popping up all over the place, we're starting to see, again, more integration with Walmart, which is a perfect place to have fast charging, given the fact that so many people in America have access to Walmart. We're seeing some of them pop up by Sam's Clubs. We're seeing Costco integration slowly roll out. All of this will just help with range anxiety, and it'll help promote more EV adoption much more quickly. We've had several people, older people actually, just who are Rivian curious or electric vehicle curious, come up and ask us very, very astute, specific questions about the Rivian itself, the range, the charging speeds. We talk about reliability things, and we're just very transparent. We want to make sure people feel very comfortable about the knowledge that we currently have. And I tell people as well, like, our Rivian R1S is 4 years old now, so it's going to have dated technology. It's still a fantastic car, but look, compare that to a newer R2 that can really draw and accept a lot more power and energy. It's going to be, you're going to see faster charging times from 10 to 80% versus the R1S. Of course, the battery size is different, so that also factors in. But I think when people hear these things, it really helps them with their, again, range anxiety, and it puts them at ease. And I think it really clicks in their mind that they're ready to make this transition over to the next step. So that is super fun to see. We are seeing, again, older people move into the EV space. They appreciate the engineering. They appreciate all the factors at play here that help their lives with electric vehicle driving and living. And then we're starting to see the younger generation of folks and drivers move into this space as well, as things become, again, more affordable and more practical and more family friendly. So super excited about what's happening right now. We're so excited about point-to-point capabilities coming out very soon here. I love that Rivian's communicating their overall timeline and goals for the next 12 months, just to keep people just to give people a guide, right? People really like to have structure and a guide and a framework within which to work. And I feel like this goal-directed planning process is smart. Rivian wants to build out these technologies and capabilities safely and slowly. They don't need any more like bad press headlines. I mean, it's a new car company, so they're going to have their growing pains. We get it. But the company is really trying to do their best to push the envelope, build out some really fantastic vehicles that work well for you guys. They're always listening to your feedback. They're always reading the things on Reddit and on the forums. They're always trying to figure out, okay, how can we improve and amplify this user experience for everybody, which is great. I don't think I don't think that Rivian is trying to stick their head in the sand here. I think they're really keeping an open mind with the constructive feedback. The service center here in Colorado Springs is amazing. I want to give a big shout out to Colorado Springs Service Center. They are such a great crew. I enjoy it when I come by and just say hello, and if I do have to bring my vehicle in for a minor recall thing or a minor service thing, they make it easy. I mean, I think the bottom line is, not all service centers are created equal. I get it, but if you just communicate well, if you maintain that two-way communication well with your service center, and you show them your appreciation for their products and for their services, they'll take really good care of you as the consumer, as a customer. And with that being said, we have had excellent customer service from other car brands as well, to include Toyota, Porsche, and we have really appreciated and enjoyed those experiences. But there's something really unique and special about Rivian. I mean, Rivian, again, being a younger company, you just feel and hear about a lot more passion from the employees at Rivian. The people that work for Rivian are truly taking a risk, right? Working for them, and they know that. But I think it's a well-calculated risk, and I think they truly want to make your lives better. So with that, I'm going to sign off here. I appreciate your time today. Again, enjoy whatever you're driving now, and hopefully if you don't have a Rivian yet, you're considering one, and take that demo test drive. Find somebody who's got one nearby and try them out. Again, most Rivian owners I've met are always happy to share their experience and share their vehicles with you. And then join the Rivian Clubs of America group or chapter near you. Get out on one of those events, do a trail ride, do a group drive, do a cars and coffee, whatever it takes to just gather and have fun. So take care. Enjoy your weekend. Until the next.